So hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel everyone, and we welcome you to the another episode of fundamental analysis from the School of Stock Market. In the first episode of the fundamental analysis last week we covered the ITC stock, and today we have founded you 3 penny stocks included in the Nifty Small Cap 50. The reason to go towards that is that we have seen in the market a lot of retail investors get fascinated by the stocks which are really less in the price, and when asked that why are you so interested in this penny stock, the one common answer is that the stock is cheap, so the amount of risk I am taking and the amount of capital I am investing is less, and with the less capital I can buy more units which can give me more profits in the return, and the risk will be less because the stock is trading at 30 or 40 rupees. If he goes to zero also, then there is not a big deal. But the thing is that this is not the how you look at the financial instruments. You always talk about the percentage terms. First of all, a stock is cheap. If a stock is cheap, so it might be because the fundamentals are not good, so you will be waiting after investing for years and years to come, but there will be no change in the stock prices. Whereas the stocks which are highly priced might get doubled in the price. So return over there is 100% and return over here is only like 20%, 30%. But there's small penny stocks which are not financially sound can become zero in the value anytime the company can shut down, and with that your loss will be of 100%. That's why we have bought you a mixture of 2-3 stocks to tell you what are the major things that you should look at while financially analyzing any company, while running the fundamental analysis over any company, so that in future you can take viable decision as to you should invest in the any penny stock or not. So today we have 3 such stocks for you. It is going to be a short but cut to the point analysis, so be with me till the end, and please like the video if you have not liked yet, and please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon if you have not done that yet. So first stock we have is Vodafone Idea. It is trading just at 9.75 rupees, ex telecom sector giant. Why I have said it as an X, still it shares a substantial portion of the total telecom sector of the India. The reason is that the previously it was such a huge company, but after the entrance of the Reliance Jio, the Reliance Jio has substantially taken its market share from this company. And apart from that, that matter which was going on, the aggregate dues, that the decision came against the company, and after that this company has just looking downward. So that's why this company is now known as the ex giant of the telecom sector. But does this company have the potential? So what I believe is that with the growth of the Reliance Jio and the sort of investment, I don't think there is a much scope for this company. And apart from that, the kind of results happening in this company right now, this is not the time to invest in this company, because what will happen if you think like, okay, 9.75 rupees only I have to invest, so you might invest in the company and then you will be invested for the 4, 5, 10 years, then the stock price will be moving between 9.75 to 3 rupees, 3 to 18 rupees, so there will be not much return. That's why this is not the right time to enter in this particular stock. You should wait till the results. There should be some fundamental change in the company. You have to look at the fundamental changes. If you see the fundamental changes are coming, then you can by that you can take decision. Okay, now the fundamental changes have started coming in the company, so might be possible that this company can take turn from here. So now the momentum is about to come, so I can invest. But right now this is not the time. You can see the share price, the promoter holding in this company is 72.05%, which is, I think, as of now, is a good thing for the company, as the company is not doing good, so promoters taking most of the losses for themselves only, so which is a good thing for now. But in general, this much of promoter holding is not good for the company at all, because what happens that the promoters are such in control that all the management just runs according to them, and conflict of interest arises, and they start taking deals based upon their own benefits rather than of the company, and that's bad. Public holding is also good enough, 22.28. FII and DII obviously very less investment. The reason the company is fundamentally not sound, this 2 blocks shows us that. Obviously retail investors are not much educated, that's why they invest in the penny stocks, but the FII and DIIs, they are really smart people. They have not invested much in this company. This means that this company is not that good. Particularly if you can see FII, they have very less holding of 1.07%, means that obviously they are not interested in the company. If you see the return on the equity, minus 812%. Can you believe this? If I tell you that if you invest in this company, your equity will get lost by 900%, you will be shocked, damn shocked. And this is what happening in this company. Return on equity is minus 812. This is not dash, this is minus. ROC minus 6.11%. Debt to equity ratio, look at the debt to equity ratio, 10.7, means for every 1 rupee of equity they have 10 rupees of debt. That's just insane. This is not how companies operate. So the financial leverage of this company is so high. Business risk in this company is really high, because you know that kind of competition, cutthroat competition going on between Bharti Airtel, Reliance Jio and Vodafone Idea. So business risk is high, sales risk is already high because of those reasons, and then you come to the financial risk, and financial risk is even higher than them. So this company is not sound. This is not not at all the right time to enter into this company. Obviously, if the share price is trading at 2 rupees, 3 rupees, you can enter, but 9 rupees you should not enter. You should wait for some improvements. Might be by that time the share would be trading at 20, 21, but the return on the capital will be faster, and the time value of money will satisfy your returns. Okay, so this is the first company for today we have talked about. The second company is BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited. So this company deals in making the heavy electronic items, and obviously this is a government enterprises. The major holding of the company is for the government only, and that stands at around 78%. And as you can see, this is the amount available for the public. I think 1.2%, DII is 12.5%, and FII's value stand at 5%, correct? So as you can see, the promoters holding much of the stock of this company also. Although this company has performed goodly, 16 the returns was not so good, 17 they improved, 18 they improved, 19 they improved, then again 20 because of the COVID they have shown as bad result of minus 5.04 ROE and minus 0.4 ROCE. Debt to equity is good, means financial risk is not so much, but still I think if they increase a little bit of debt to equity, it will be good for the company. And apart from that, government should give up some of their holding in this company, so that can if the some private shareholder becomes dominant, they can improve the management, because obviously government can't focus on the companies as a private individual can do. So that's why these are the two things. If they improve, then definitely this stock has a lot of scope. That is debt to equity, they should increase it. And again, and another thing is government should leave some of their holding in this company. So these are two my opinions. That's what I think. But although this stock is a good to go for, correct. And the third is the Bank of India. So you can see the substantial part of the promoter holding, that is 89.1. I mean, what the heck is this? And the portion available for FII, DI and public are not at all substantial. So again, the problem is same with Bank of India also. As you can see, return on equity is good enough, 4.72%, which is improved in this year, particularly 1920's fiscal year. 21 results are not yet out. 20 fiscal years, the results have improved. Gross NPA and net NPA. So gross NPA means if they have given 100 rupees as a loan, then 14 rupees have become the NPA on the gross level. On the net level, it is 3.35. So though this bank's performance is good enough, and you can go ahead with this bank also. So Bank of India, BHEL, you should go ahead with. Vodafone Idea, I believe personally that you should ignore. So I hope you have understood a lot, and you have understood what are the important ratios at which you should look at while analyzing the company. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Please do like the video, share the video, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.